Welcome everybody. Let me turn it again. Hi everybody, how are you? I'm Kiara Strings. I'm a trans woman, and this is the early stream. How is everybody? I hope you're all okay. Fair warning, I've had a blackout for the past couple of days. Not me, but the apartment's getting blackouts because I don't know what's going on. We've been having blackouts for the past two days. It's pretty much like in being in Nigeria, except it actually just goes out for a second. But it is still annoying because I actually have to wait for my internet to start up again. It's like Nigeria all over again. And don't mind the noise that's in the background. That's just the dishwasher. Amazingly enough, at my old house, we barely use the dishwasher. We don't. We put things in the dishwasher that weren't dishes. They were just energy drinks and whatever. But I don't know. We genuinely never we barely use the dishwasher. Like the last major time our old house, actually used the dishwasher was, I have no idea. I have no idea. I think around 4 years since we moved in or something. But yeah, we usually wash dishes with our hands. It's not bad to use the dishwasher, but I pretty much came from a family that actually washed dishes with our hands because there's no need. Whenever we actually have the dishes in the sink, we wash them. We wash as we go. We clean as we go. Um, I'm kind of a hypocrite because I don't necessarily clean as we go all the time. But in terms of dishwashing, like my mom actually gets home, uh, back at my house, my old house. My mom actually gets home, uh, at around 2. Then she cooks, and then she puts the dishes away. In contrast to where I and probably my sisters probably um, wash our dishes, or sometimes I would have the dishes in my room and then wash them. I never leave the dishes in my sink because ever since I was a kid, I was pretty much me and my sisters were pretty much told never to leave dishes in the sink over and over again. And then I've just for at first, my mom washed all the dishes, but it's like that's not fair. My mom's like that's not fair, so we just washed the dishes as time went on. We just washed our own dishes, or we washed the dishes that were in the sink. Um, and for the longest time, I used the same fork and the same cup. This one, they've been washed, but they were always never in the sink. I never used a spoon or another fork. I just used a plastic fork, the same one. And I used a different plate because my mom put the dinner in the plate. But still, I will always wash my own dishes with hands. I don't use the dishwasher because, yeah, it doesn't feel right to me. Using the dishwasher to me does not feel right. Um, yeah, it doesn't feel right just to me. Just to me, it just doesn't feel right. Um, Hence why I only have one dish which I use. My boyfriend usually, whenever he cooks something, if he cooks a plate for me, I use it, but then I wash the dishes and I put it in a dryer. Then I put it away. But yeah, for me, I genuinely am one of those people who, yeah, I come from a family who doesn't leave dishes in the sink. Say what you will about the kitchen, at least there's nothing in the sink to wash later on, you know? I am one of those people. Um, I mean, he's washing the dish, and and I actually have to ask my boyfriend, does anybody leave dishes in their sinks? Back at home? Because I know your mom or somebody actually cooks. I'm pretty sure you all have to, clean as you go. Like, my old room was absolutely filthy. That is a given. But here's the thing. It was my room still. It was still my room. Nobody goes in it. That's pretty much it. It was just my room and that was it. Um yeah, that was just it. It was my room. It was just my room. The kitchen is another thing because everybody goes through it, whether it's to eat, drink, or talk, or discuss something. But yeah, we don't usually. yeah, we don't usually leave dishes in the sink. That's pretty much how I grew up on, because like soon things are just gonna pile up more and more. Like again, like my mom would cook and the rest of us would wash our own dishes, and then she would put the dry dishes in the sink. I'm gonna admit I don't really do a good job washing dishes, but still, it's the thought that I'm trying to count. Um, like when I was a kid, when we were kids, we would actually have days to wash dishes. Like I would wash dishes Monday or Wednesday or something. My other sister would watch Thursday or Tuesday and Thursday, and that kind of went away because it's like, hey, um, everybody has to wash their own dishes eventually. Like, don't wait for everybody to just wash their dishes. Just wash your own dishes at the very least. Hence why, a lot of the time I always wash my own plate, and that's it. Because I don't use any other utensils except for the one in my room, a plastic fork, which I always use, and even then I would just have that. And I don't use any other cups in the kitchen because I've been using this cup for about 4 years at this point. Hopefully, since it's plastic, it will never go broken. I hope so because I absolutely like this cup, and I don't want to use any other cup, aside from the many cups that we actually have in the fridge. Not the fridge, but the cupboard. But yeah, yeah. But does anybody actually, like, our we've like he's used the dishwasher more than we had used it for the entire time we were at our house. Like the entire time. Like, for example, when I started streaming, we never streaming back in 2020, I think. No, wait. I started streaming on Twitch in 2017, I think. And for all that time, we haven't used the dishwasher once because we had stuff in it, and it's like we don't use a lot of dishes. My mom uses pots, and she washes them, and that's fine. She just washes the pots, but she uses them to give us dinner, and in return, we eat dinner and then we wash them. So my mom could reuse them. She doesn't really have to wash the dishes. That's pretty much it. However, it's like, like I don't know. I'm just like I know the dishwasher is always a thing, but I'm just irritated because, yeah, I don't use the dishes, and whenever there's dishes in the sink, they're usually my boyfriend's, including multiple plates, and I keep saying maybe use one plate and you can reuse it, wash it, then reuse it. Hence why I have a plate right here. Granted, I haven't washed it, but still. Yeah, I have not washed this plate, but still. Um, I don't usually. I never leave plates in the sink, and if I do, I apologize. I absolutely apologize if I do leave plates in the sink, but I never leave plates in the sink. Like, ever. Because because I was just told never to. Um, so yeah, excuse me, I was always told not to leave dishes in the sink. Um, you know? Ooh, man, am I still hiccuping?
Hi gamers, there's a dark void at the center of our universe, a pain from which nothing matters can emerge. The meaninglessness, the nothingness. You are not alone. You'll never be alone. Hey, Mom? I don't think I'll be able to quit my job of firefighter just yet.
My god, that guy is definitely carrying the channel. Oh god, why am I hiccuping? Why am I still hiccuping? Wait, that spiked the mic? Hiccuping spiked the mic? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? Hold on, I have to turn off the lamp. Sorry, I had to kiss, Bill Clinton. And then he was like, ew. Why am I hiccuping? That's not fair. I should not hiccup. Why am I hiccuping? And why is this bottle... What is in this bottle? There's blood. Put it on my laptop so it's mine. I don't know. Is it water? Is it water? I'm not drinking it. I'm not drinking that water. Oh, by the way, I started playing Hades again. Yeah, because I don't have much to do in 76, I'm just playing Hades. So, here's my Switch. It's safe and sound, and my nephews aren't going to try to break it this time. Hooray! So yeah, Switch is right here, and if I want to, I could just bring it with me over there, because it's been plugged over there for the past, I don't know, since I moved in here with boyfriend. So yeah. Oh god, why am I hiccuping? Oh, that's right, I am stupid. I'm 00 stupid. Just remember. My god. It has been rough for the past 13 days. I made a Yo Mama's joke on Mother's Day, and my mom and I still don't speak. Oh, right, I should have wished my sister a happy Mother's Day, considering that she is a mother of 3. Okay, I might have messed up. Oh my god, I messed up. Hi, Uplift, how are you? I hope you're doing okay. Let me shout you out. Oh man, I really need to Okay, let me shout you out in a minute because... Oh god, I don't know why you're doing this to me. Just stop it. You're hyped for this stream? Why? I don't get why you're hyped. This is not a stream where hype begins. This is a stream where it's possible that the stream might end abruptly because there's been rolling blackouts that have been going on for the past couple of days. So it's just like Nigeria back in the day when I went to Nigeria in high school. And every few minutes there was going to be a blackout. It could last for 5 seconds, and it can actually last for an hour. You can't help it with the cat emotes. I'm glad that you're doing well with the cat emotes. I'm absolutely glad that you're doing the cat emotes justice. Dawn of justice. Oh, the dawn of justice. But how has your last 22 hours been? I apologize. I am hiccuping like crazy. Yeah, I'm hiccuping like crazy, so I do apologize. Yeah, I apologize. I've been hiccuping and it's been spiking the mic. It's been just spiking it constantly, and I'm just sick of it. I am just so sick of the mic being spiked because I keep hiccuping. Welcome to my life. Oh, anything more louder is the fact that I keep having this and just... I'm doing already, hoping to have my messed up sleep schedule fixed before the up... Oh, God. You have 2 weeks at least. At least you have 2 weeks to figure it out. Yeah, you have 2 weeks to figure it out at least. When I went to Nigeria, we had an 8-hour flight, and it messed up my schedule because I woke up at 6 a.m., I went to school, could not go to my last period classes. because we had to go, 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 go. And so we ended up taking 3 planes to Nigeria. And I had such. And I think it was because I had such a thing going on. Like, I didn't sleep at all for nearly the entire trip, that when I went to the family friend's house, I collapsed. I went to sleep for about 13, 14 hours. Um, flight leaves at noon, but I have to leave here before 7 in the morning to catch the first bus. Oh, man. Oh, God. I've been there. Not taking a bus, but leaving early just to to get where you need to get to. It's insane. Okay, I gotta stay perfectly still. Um, Hopefully nobody knows that I'm not wearing anything under this desk. Um, yeah, nobody's gonna notice. Nobody's gonna figure it out. But yeah, I wish you luck on your sleep schedule and your Portland trip. Um, yeah, like, I'm one of those people who does not want to go out for vacation. It takes an hour to get to the airport from where I live. I'm allowed extra time in case of traffic or issues. Yeah, that's pretty much like, God. Yeah, this sounds so complicated, you know? Um, like, that's why I don't want to take vacations, is because I have to do so much to relax or go to another country. You know, I have to like do I have to schedule a flight or something. I have to pack a lot. And I'm like, do I have to? Can I just say, I don't want to do all this work. Like, I genuinely do not want to do all this work. You know? It's insane. Oh, oh, oh. Hold on. Okay. I, Kiara Strings, am a cute girl who likes to kiss all the pretty boys and all the amazing girls and all the kick-ass non-binary people, and put pretty ribbons in my hair and wear a skirt that absolutely makes it go spinny. And I put on lipstick to make everything better. And because I am a cute girl, for I am Kiara Strings. Playdom, how are you? Hope you're doing okay. It's the last time, I swear. You think, and you say it's the last time, but it's my fault for still having it up here. Amtrak is much more relaxed with the flight down happened to be cheaper. That's fair. Would you like me to give you a shout out, Playdom? Because I did not know that you were streaming. And I hope you're doing okay. I really hope you're doing okay. Ignore my hiccups. 3.6 Yeah, you'd think I got rid of it, but I think a friend of mine said, "Hey, make this channel reward." In hindsight, I don't think she's a friend. Yeah, in hindsight, I don't think she's a friend as much as somebody who tortures me. I'm still returning on Amtrak, where I head home, of course. Still the best way to travel between Vancouver, Seattle, and Portland. I'll take your word for it, because I have never been to any other place in America aside from New Jersey, New York, and Philadelphia. But that was once. That was once and never again. We are definitely not going to go to New Jersey because we have persona non grata back there. Um, but yeah, I've never really been into traveling. Like, honestly, like, my boyfriend likes traveling. He wants us to go to Quebec, and I'm like, you know, I he definitely wants us to go to Quebec, and I'm like, I've been to Quebec. And better. Usually the insanity happens in around 10 hours from now. I'm glad that you're okay. Um, if you want, I can give you a shout out. Like, I've realized that I actually should give permission. You know, even excuse me, even though I keep saying that I didn't know you're streaming. Excuse me. Oh my god. Ignore the what's it called? Ignore the hiccuping. My head is getting worse. It's called head creeps. Like a bad joke. Um, but yeah, I'm glad that you're okay. I'm glad that you talked and we talked and you pretty much talked me down. Because I'm not doing 100%, but I'm gonna try to do 100%. Um, if you and your boyfriend want to visit Quebec, don't fly. Take the VRA train instead. It's much more relaxed. Well, yeah. When I was in school, we actually took a bus. We took a bus to Quebec, because train is. Actually, I don't think I've used the train since I was a little child. I don't. Yeah, we haven't used a train to get anywhere since we were like really, really little. So this was around two blank and blank. Um, all good, different audience. Mostly Kirsten putting my makeup setup together. Well, here's the thing. I have makeup, and sometimes I do need help. Like I have eyeshadow, I have lipstick, I have nail polish, which I have to throw away because it's clumped. Thanks a lot. Absolutely, thanks a lot. But I have makeup in my room because my boyfriend has a friend who gave me a bunch of You know what? I'll show you. Hold on a minute. Oh, that's strange. I thought I had more. When I came out to Toronto 2 years ago, I took the GO train. The GO train is absolutely incredible. Uh, but the subway is a lot more, you know? The subway is absolutely a lot more better. Uh, like, taking the subway is just so fascinating to me. Did he actually, like, spill. Oh my god, he actually spilled Q tips in here. And one of his hair elastics. To be fair, these two are mine. Okay, so when COVID was happening and everyone was avoiding each other, my boyfriend has a friend who who gave me this. This is pretty much a makeup kit, a very big one. She gave this to me because I came out as trans, and it's like, okay, here, like I have like stuff I'm not using anymore, so here you go. Um, and I've used a fair share. I have. I don't use it a lot, but um, this is perfume spray. This is Yeah, I should have like looked into this. This is perfume. Um, this is lip gloss or lipstick. I'm not sure. I barely use it. I only use like the only ones I actually use is these, which is pretty much like lipstick. This lipstick. These two are my favorites. Um, I think it's eyeshadow. This is also lipstick. My goodness, I really need to like look into this a lot more. I have a lot of lipstick in here that I absolutely like. And also there is oh crap, shadow palettes. So yeah, I have shadow palettes. I have another kind. Yeah, I have another kind in the bedroom over there. And also eyeshadow or yeah, cream shadow. Um, I swear I had another one. And necklace I wore to a wedding. Fake eyelashes. Um, is this still a thing? Hold on, I got this years ago. Really? After many years, this nail polish is okay now. Is still okay, and yet the black one is not fine. And black lipstick. Um, I used the subway quite a bit while I was out there too. Yeah, the subway absolutely is amazing. Morphe, Meredith, Duxbury, mini palette, cheap and beginner friendly. I'll take your word for it. There's also the fact that I do have falsies. I do have falsies. Um, like, um, and something I should have looked into, and that's like wiping off my makeup and multivitamin powder. Why didn't I actually look into this more? All I wanted was eyeshadow, eyeliner, and lipstick. Like, usually that's all I use. And before I actually put on makeup, I take a shower, I wipe my face really, really hard. Excuse me. I wipe my face really, really hard, and then, that would be it. And then I would put my makeup on. Like, I'm trying to get better with makeup. Um, yeah, I'm trying to get better with makeup. But I'm not completely there yet. Because this is a lot. Like even back when like I knew I was a trans woman, I was like, this is overwhelming. I mean, there's a lot of it here, and eventually, like, I wanted to use a fair share of these. When I was, yeah, when I was, what's it called? I wanted to use a fair share of these at the wedding, but for some reason I didn't. Um, Thankfully, my boyfriend's dad wasn't there because he doesn't know I'm trans. His sisters know. I think his mom knows because of my chest area actually is starting to grow. Let me put this back because I don't trust myself here right now. Hold on, I'll be right back. And also, I use these. My boy, like a month or so before I started streaming, or so, I think it was like 3 or 4 months ago, my boyfriend gave me this to like help with my face. At the suggestion of his sisters, suggestion of his sisters. Um, I'm not sneezing. Honestly, I'm not sneezing. It's more along the lines of I've been talking a lot and it's just irritating. But yeah, according to his sisters, they suggested these skin cleanser and moisturizer, um, because when he was hold on, hold on a minute. So when he when I what's the word I'm looking for? When I was having major dysphoria episodes to the point to where it became crippling and I would wear this hoodie all the time, like he was like, okay, you're gonna use this cream every day according to my sisters to clear up your face. Um like I thought that was like a good idea, but the problem was I was too much of a in a funk to realize that, and I wasn't taking good care of myself because of my issues. Like I just hated how I looked. Like it's like, okay, so yeah, my hair is long. My hair is long. I have nice clothing. I'm growing girls, and yet I'm still fucking miserable. Um, like here's the thing. Like what at my last job, I ended up losing a lot of weight, and yet still I felt dysphoric. Like I still felt dysphoric. I'm like, so I'm not gonna be happy no matter what. Like it was maddening, and I'm so glad at all my jobs. I always am on my feet 8 hours a day. Like I have to be on my feet, and the place that I was working at were 3 floors. So the first week I was there, I was on the second floor, so I could actually like run up to the second floor. And then the next week it would be like, okay, you're on the second floor. The next week you're be on the third floor. So I would actually nonstop go all the way to the third floor, like run all the way up. because I just needed it. I just needed to run away from my dysphoria, or I just needed to work because, like, that last job was my favorite job because everybody was super friendly. With aside from a couple of people misgendering me here and there, but then again, when I actually came to work a few times with makeup, which I never did on my first job, like it was only like black eyeshadow, which barely noticeable, and the nail polish. But I actually always had them. I had to hide my like at my first job, the last few years, it was we had to wear masks. So yeah, my mouth was had lipstick, but it was covered by a mask. Um, so there was that, and but at least with my last job, I had eyeshadow, lipstick, like black lipstick, red lipstick. It was purple lipstick, whatever. So that place was absolutely amazing, and like everybody was super nice, and like they told me if I was making a mistake, and sometimes we just talk, and we got to work with robots, which was just putting stuff in bots, and I'm like, oh god, this is amazing, because I don't even have to wait. I can walk around finding bots to work with, and I'm like, yes. Like I don't even like at my first job. Sometimes I didn't have anything to do, so I just sat around for a few minutes. But this one, I don't even like, with the exception of the few weeks or a couple of weeks, because I didn't work for so long that when I actually was on my feet for 8 hours, it started to hurt and I needed a break. And then by the time it was like the second month I started working there, I'm like, okay, let's do this. And sometimes, if it wasn't for the bus schedule, I would have just straight up stayed for another 2 hours because I genuinely just liked being at that place. Like honestly, if anything, if the place was near my house, I would actually be able to. I would just always be there. You know, it would be just right like 15 minutes away, and I'm like, okay, I'll be there in 15 minutes. First, and some days I'll just go to the library, then go back home. No, wait, go to the library, maybe go back home, but go to work. Um, but yeah, like I lost, even though I lost a lot of weight, and I was hired in the summer, in the boiling, boiling, boiling summer, and it was like, and everybody was sweating inside, and this was around the time where the fires in Canada happened, like the forest fires. Excuse me. So there was smog going all over the country. You know, there was absolute smog going everywhere, and with the heat and the smog, it's gonna be like, yeah, it was kind of like digesting. So it was absolutely insane. Um, but but I lost weight. I started wearing tighter clothing. Excuse me. Like I went from like 1 week where I was kind of like it was kind of bloated, and then a few days, like a couple of months later, I actually slimmed down and I started wearing skinny jeans, and those actually started to like. By the time I left, though, like I was wearing a blazer that was like really really tight, and I enjoyed it, and like skinny jeans. And because of my makeup, I actually was actually gendered correctly. However, I always see during this was always also the summer, so I would see everybody in like crop tops and all that, and I'd be like, I wanna wear a crop top. It's just that I'm just like other people kind of made me dysphoric, and I do have a crop top in the bedroom. I'm just not ready. I haven't been ready for 2 years. I did wear the crop top to the last Pride Parade, and that actually kind of, looking at that picture, kind of just hurt me because I was like, okay, so no matter what I do, I'm probably not going to be happy with myself. And I'm trying. I'm genuinely trying. But it just sucks that I just compare myself to other people, and it just like it hurts. It absolutely. I was in pain, and I saw so many amazing people at the Pride Parade, and I just looked like garbage. In my opinion, I just looked like garbage. Um, and that looking at that picture just caused me to like not want to stream for a long time. Um, and every time I go on the bus, I run the risk of seeing somebody who absolutely looks amazing, and I just feel and felt like garbage. Like I would look so good, and then somebody else would look amazing, and I'm like, I don't, I. You're wait, hold, sorry about that. I ranted. You're not the only one having issues. I'm sneezing like crazy. My seasonal allergies come near September. Like ever since I was a kid, it would actually come by uh, late August, early September. So it sucks whenever I actually had to go to school. First day of school always sucked because I was always sick, and I'm like, God, why? But allergies, skincare, concealer, and a matte foundation, a good place to start. Sephora brand got some fairly affordable products. I I have some. I think I have some in the room. It's just that I don't have a place to use it. I don't know where to actually have a place to use it. Because yeah, I don't get to use it often. Um, yeah, I generally don't get to use it often. Excuse me, I want to, but I generally don't get to use it often. Um, speaking of I had gender envy to the point where I left several Discord servers because of it. I stopped following certain people on Twitter, excuse me, and Twitch. I stopped following people on Twitch as well um because it hurt. It's not because of them, it's because it's something I feel like I'm personally doing something wrong. um yeah, it just feels like I'm personally doing something wrong, and if it wasn't for my boyfriend, I would still be in bed. I would be in bed. Why do I have this? I'd be in bed just like moping. So you can thank my boyfriend for getting me to promise to stream every single day, which I haven't done since last June of 2023. But yeah, like do other girls makeup more than yours? Okay, you show me, you showed me pictures, and I'm like, that is amazing. Um, like my sisters, not saying trans sisters, like my actual cisgendered sisters, always look amazing. Like they've always looked amazing no matter what, and no matter what, I'm just like, it's not even ketchup. It's just more like I'll never like. I know I shouldn't be like them because my one of my sisters is a mom now, and she's still stylish, and my other sister is just like absolutely amazing. I should have just when I part of me is like I should have just had her back in the like I should have just what's the word I'm looking for? I should have um let her come into my stream just to for everybody to see how amazing that she is. My other sister moved out, so that just left at one point me and my sister at the house, and I should have just let her be a part of the stream, but she either has work or she's sleeping because of work. So I never got to. Yeah, catching up is hard, but still, it just kind of sucks because I know that I'm glad that I know who I am now. Like especially when I was gender fluid back in 2017 or 18, and I'm glad that I actually have that period of realization. It's just that yeah, playing catch up is just difficult, because um yeah, it's just difficult sometimes, and it just hurts. Hence why I'm in therapy, because my brain, despite it knowing what it is and who I am, it just hurts. That's just it. It just hurts me. Um, it just hurts because all I know is that I'm like, you know? And I know I should allow myself grace, but sometimes I'm just not, my brain just doesn't want to work, and that's why I just find it hard to look in the mirror. Hence why on my OBS, oops, sorry, on my OBS, the preview is off. Like the preview is usually off on my OBS, so I wouldn't actually have to look at my own face. Because I just don't like looking at it. You know, I could put on makeup and I just still wouldn't like look at my own face. You know, that's just me. You know, um, but I know other women in general are struggling with that thought process or a thought process. Um, Whatever that thought process is. Everybody has that process. For the love of God, would you stop saying process? But yeah, I know. In a few years, I don't think it's gonna matter because um, yeah, in a few years, it's not gonna matter. Because my brain is gonna change, and hopefully, I'll be okay by then. You know. Um, I'm not okay now. I'm okay enough to be on camera, but I'm just not okay now. God. My God. I had years and, you know? Hence why I have my dysphoria hoodie so nobody's gonna look at me. Um yeah, sometimes I feel I've regressed, but that's just me. But um that's why I started just wearing a skirt outside and my tight black clothing when I'm out with my boyfriend, just to say, hey, I'm just gonna do something different. You know, I'm trying. Um, and usually I'm too busy arguing with my boyfriend to care about how I look when we are outside with Sephora. Let me see what you got. You sent me a couple of links. Okay, let's see. Ah, okay. Oh, right. Yeah, we don't have, I don't think we have that, this store in, yeah, I don't have this store near me, which sucks. Like, that's the thing. Brantford is the only place that's not open until 9. Um, I got it. Um, but honestly, in terms of like having help with makeup, my sister is a makeup expertise. Like she works with people in terms of everything makeup. She does her own makeup. She does a lot of other people's makeup. Oh, there's trans. Oh, okay. There's trans people working at Sephora. Okay, that's fair. Um, that's okay. That's fair. Hear from our people. They all look so wonderful. They all look so wonderful. God, they all look so wonderful. Oh my God. And I'm not saying that sarcastically. I am absolutely not saying that sarcastically. I was just pulling an Aubrey Plaza, just like having an emotional voice, but my face is just so flat. Hence, deadpan humor. That is where I got my start. That's where I got my. Here's the thing, Sephora was a place I got my start as well. Um, like back when I had facial hair and I was like pre transition, I would actually have lipstick just for fun, just to put it on whenever I am out. Um, this was back when I had cornrows like Snoop Dogg back in the day. And then I started shaving my face and putting on makeup, and I'm like, okay, it looks like I'm going somewhere with this. And I'm like, okay. Um, like I could probably show you the last time I ever had makeup, or not makeup, but facial hair. I could actually show you the last time I had facial hair. Um, yeah, I can show you. Yeah, I can show you when the last time I had facial hair was. It involves me going on Facebook, however. Um, yeah, it involves me going on Facebook. So here we go. I wonder if I have it somewhere. Um, do I have it? Oh, here it is. Here we go. Um, open new image. So this is me the last time I ever had facial hair. Yeah, so my hair was a mess. It's been redone, but this hairstyle ruined my hair. A friend of mine flashed a camera right in my face, so that's where the thing is. The bright light is. They also did my makeup like Mac from the Nightman episode. As you can see, I'm turning into like Batman somehow. And yeah, I had facial hair. I had facial hair. Um, yeah, this was pretty much the last time I ever had it. Um, yeah, last time I ever had my facial hair because like a couple of days later I ended up shaving it. Um, yeah, so I ended up shaving my facial hair. But yeah, here's another pic. Like I don't think you saw that facial hair clearly. Um, but this is me pre-transition as well. Like you can absolutely see the facial hair. Like I looked homeless. Um, yeah, I looked homeless right here. Like the black lipstick. Like I'm genuinely just gender fluid. Like um, at this point, I think I either was gender fluid or non-binary. I wasn't sure. My friend here, like this is before we both came out. Yeah, this was before we both came out. We were both cis male, cis woman, now trans woman, and non binary person. So the moment I shaved off this disgusting facial hair, God, oh God. Like, it's really noticeable now. Like, at least here, you don't really notice it. Like, it's like pretty much like perma stubble in this picture. And like right here, there's nothing. While here, it's just holy mother of God, look at that. um, but yeah, but yeah, I've been to Sephora. Like, I absolutely have been to Sephora. Hence, a picture like this. Like, this is me and my couple of friends in Toronto in a Sephora place, as you can see right here. Um, I mean, I'm glad that they didn't judge a person with facial hair and lipstick. But then again, it is Toronto. It is Toronto, so yeah. And this is when I was still like wearing hats. Even though like I had neat hair, I always wore hats. Even toques. Like I wore toques. I absolutely wore toques even if it was 49 like 50-degree weather, like it was blazing hot. Blazing hot. Um $140 on the makeup at Sephora changed my life. I wish I had that type of money. And also, I wish I had the type of place to get makeup, but all I have is Shoppers Drug Mart. Um, yeah, that's all I had, Shoppers Drug Mart. Um, and that was it, you know? Soon I will get better at makeup, but it's more like body issues. Like, the makeup is one thing. I can absolutely go for makeup. I have videos and like I have YouTube videos, I have a sister, I have plenty of people who can teach me on Twitch. That's one thing. I just have body issues. That was it. Like the makeup is one thing. I have a lot of makeup. My clothes are fine. I just have genuine body issues. That's just me. And um it probably doesn't help that like even my therapist said I have disordered eating, which was already a given since my friend actually told me I might have it. Um but like I'm just not in the best place to even look at myself in the mirror. Hence why I'm using my dysphoria hoodie to hide my face and my body, which is one thing. My face is one thing, but I genuinely cannot look at myself in the mirror at the moment. That's just me, you know. I'm gonna try to pamper myself. Then again, I did that before I moved. Like I would go to Toronto, um, me and my friend could go make a spa date, or just treat ourselves or whatever. But sometimes I didn't want to go out because I'd rather just stay home and lock myself in the room and just listen to music. Just blast music while I just play video games, you know? Sometimes I don't want to go out. Sometimes I just want to stay home, watch TV, and have a good cry sometimes. But hey, that's just me. Some people don't want me to be happy. I'm kidding. My God, I just got a lot of that out. But still, like it's numbing to me sometimes, and I just wanted to I want to stop feeling. I spent 50 hours a week streaming on Twitch. I wish I could. Isn't 50 hours a week like, I don't know, 8, 16, 20. Okay, so 7 days a week. So 50 hours a week, that's pretty much like what? Um, yeah, that's pretty much like 7.5 hours a day if it's 50 hours a week. Because if you spend 10 hours a day, that would be 50. So probably 8, 16, 20, 30, 40. So around 7.5 hours a day streaming on Twitch then. That seems like a 7 hour stream. And I can't do 7 hours. Like the last longest stream I ever done was like 22 hours, and I was playing 20 hours. I did a 20-hour stream, and it was for Dead by Daylight. Streamed from 8 a.m. to around midnight. Um, just played Dead by Daylight. That was it. Nothing else. I put so much into Dead by Daylight, didn't I? Like, how much hours did I put into Dead by Daylight? I gotta see. I forgot completely how much I put into it. How many hours did I put into it? Let me see. Um, okay, 24. Okay, 24. So 3 days. 12, 24, 36, 48, 60, 72, and then plus 11. Um, plus 72, plus 11. That's 84. I put in 84 hours into Dead by Daylight, which isn't much considering I have put in over 100 something hours in Fallout 76. But that's just me, you know? Yeah, I put in a lot in this, in like Dead by Daylight. But I stream every day because my boyfriend tells me to. So there you go. But I did put in 150 something hours in Hades. Like my nephews used to borrow my Nintendo Switch a lot, to the point to where I wouldn't actually see it for a long period of time, and I can easily tell you what they were playing for a long time, because it's still right here, and you can actually check my Switch here. Um, so they put Fortnite on my Nintendo Switch, and they played for over 460 hours. On YouTube, they played for 415 hours. And I'm like, how? How did you put in so much time in Fortnite? And now, whenever somebody actually looks at my profile and sees that I have Fortnite played for 450 or something hours, they're going to give me grief. And I'm like, this was my nephew. I don't play Fortnite. My nephew does. So that's why I got one of them, or I think both of them, a Nintendo Switch. So they would actually have to leave my Nintendo Switch alone. 1,000 hours in Minecraft. No kidding. 1,000 hours on Minecraft. I I can't I can't do that. I absolutely cannot do that. That is incredible. 1,000 hours in Minecraft on Twitch. Still, 1,000 hours on Minecraft alone on Twitch. That's still incredible. Yeah, that's absolutely still incredible. You know? Yeah, that's absolutely incredible. You know? So, like, I can't even play that much. Like, the closest I have was playing Burnout 3. And I put in, like, oh god, I only put in 100 hours there as well. Like, I could never get into Minecraft for some reason. I was one of those people who just, I don't know. Like, my type of game is usually like a game like, hi, Bisected, how are you? Welcome on in. Would you like a shout out? And I hope you're doing well. Did I just say hi, welcome on in? Hi, welcome on in. How are you? Would you like a? So an all honest question, like everybody, honest question. This is serious. Do I actually greet you all multiple times, like in a row, like saying hi, how are you? Welcome on in. Hope you're doing okay. Is that different ways of just saying hello or good morning? Because I'm holy crumbs, I don't realize how much I did that. And yes, I will give you a shout out. Stressed? I'm sorry to hear. If you're not following Bisected Brioche, go follow her. She is a wonderful, wonderful person who yesterday was streaming Fallout New Vegas. And yeah, she was streaming Fallout New Vegas. And she also ended up cosplaying. She is a really good cosplayer, and she cosplayed, I think, as somebody from Baldur's Gate 3. I think it was Baldur's Gate 3. Kajak? Kajak? Oh god, I'm getting confused with that character and the cat from Night Vale. God damn it. Um, Karlak. That's her name. Karlak. And he looks so amazing as Karlak, you know? And amazingly enough, when I played Baldur's Gate 3, I actually like um modeled somebody after you, the person who the character or Faye, who I would see in my dreams in Baldur's Gate 3. And I'm like, I just like looked you up. I just saw you, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna look it up. You know, um, autism. Yeah, yeah, I understand. No joke. But Bisected, I hope you actually are gonna look for an amazing apartment. I know it's absolutely horrifying and overwhelming to know where you start. Like, me and my boyfriend took months to find this apartment, but you are not alone. You will find that apartment. 1,800 hours in City Skylines and counting. Holy Mother of God, that is amazing. They're all different phatic expressions, and find it cute. I want to stop doing that, but still, thank you. Need to get the Wicked Horns finished? And you are doing an amazing job, Bisected. Again, everybody, go follow her if you're not following her. How's your day? Let me know in chat. Sometimes streaming and saying catchphrases automatically with ad libs. I don't realize I'm doing the stuff I do until I stop streaming. Oh god, by June? Pride Month? Oh Jesus. Okay, that is stressful, but I do wish you well. I absolutely do wish you well, Bisected. You know? I absolutely do. Um, whether it's on your own or with other people, I really hope you find that apartment. I don't know if it'll be a dream apartment, but you can still call it home. Why do I still have the bottle right beside me? But yeah, I like in terms of gaming, I don't know if I ever actually had a game that I put 1,000 hours like some of you in chat have. Like, I said this plenty of times before. I'm on the autism spectrum. I'm on the spectrum, and yet, um, and yet even my nephews could actually put more focus in a game than I can, and they're little children. Like on my Switch, they actually took a few times. They put in over 450 hours in not Minecraft, in Fortnite. Probably got 1,000 and All right. Oh God, I forgot about that. Hold on a minute. I forgot about that. Hold on a minute. Because I have Steam. Hold on. Let me check something. Home library. Let me check something here. Because I do have, what was it called? I do have Counter-Strike. I had Counter-Strike. I put in 63 hours in that? Really? Oh god. Here's the thing. I used to play a lot of Counter-Strike, but they changed everything. They changed everything about Counter-Strike. It used to be CSGO, now it's CS2. And I'm like, what happened to it? I liked it better. I liked it so much better when it was like the older version. And it was achievement hunting. And now with Counter-Strike 2, there's only one achievement. You get it right away. That's not an achievement. That's just nothing. I have 250 hours into Kingmaker from where I streamed it, and I thought it was a lot. 250 is a lot. I don't think I have any of that anywhere. You know, I don't think I have any of that anywhere. So that's pretty much like, wow. My highest play on stream time is 400 hours. I've tried. I have genuinely tried. That is huge uplift. That is absolutely huge. I can see where how many hours, with the hours you've told me, I can see absolutely as to like, holy mother of God, like I can see you put in a lot of hours into that. You're not kidding. You are absolutely not kidding when you say you put in that much hours. I could never get into Team Fortress 2. I've tried. I think I still have it. Do I still have Team Fortress 2? Hold on. Wait. Wait, where'd it go? Okay, apparently I don't have Team Fortress 2. What was I thinking about? I was thinking about another thing. I swear I probably was thinking of another thing. Yeah, I don't think I have it. Yeah, I'm looking at my game library. I don't think I have it. Team Fortress. No, I don't have Team Fortress. I do remember trying to play it. Yeah, I do remember playing it a few years ago. But then I got bored because I was so busy with Counter-Strike. I swear I put in so much more work in Counter-Strike than I thought. Like, apparently the most I ever put into a game right now is Hades. And that's over 150 hours on my Switch. I have it I have it on PC. But honestly, like, I'm looking at this. Hades for like 150 hours. Super Mario 3D All-Stars 40 hours, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild over 55 hours, Death's Door 10 hours, Bayonetta 5 hours. My nephews have put in 460 hours in Fortnite, Brawlhalla 75 hours. My god. Some of these games I don't even know. But yeah, like, you would think as somebody on the autism spectrum, I would have, like, obsessed. I would have genuinely obsessed with, the same game over and over again. But, you know, it just happens, you know? Then again, I collect albums, so Rocksmith I put in bulk hours on different platforms, but it's less than a game. Rocksmith? Hold on. Rocksmith. Am I thinking of the same game? Oh, it's the music game. The music video game. Okay. Um. Oh my god. You would think I would have had that game years ago. Um. Yeah, but I don't have the setup for it. I don't. I personally don't have the setup for. Um. Yeah, I don't have the setup for. Yeah, I don't have the setup for like Rocksmith. Um. I mean, my bass guitar is right here. It's right here. I could, but I don't have the setup for it. Like, you know? Like, here's my bass guitar here. This is mine. I call her Jocelyn. This is my bass guitar I got in 2019. I call her Jocelyn. After my grandma, who passed away the next year. No, wait. No, she passed away that same year. But yeah, this is Jocelyn. This is my second bass guitar. My first bass guitar I gave it to my nephew, and my third bass guitar is in the closet over there. But yeah, this is the one that I put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into. It's the thing that I practice with and I record with. Um, but yeah, maybe one like, and I do want to. Hold on. Yeah, you know. Yeah, maybe one day. Maybe I should have just put. Yeah, in hindsight, I should have just like leaned. Hold on a minute. Yeah, like Holy Mother of God, I just realized I could have done something instead of just squishing. Hold on a minute. Okay. Okay, yeah. This works so much better. Hold on. Okay. I have another way of doing things now. Hold on. Okay. 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 Yeah, you're kind of good. Just gonna put you here. Gonna put you here. Yeah, I'm just gonna put you right here. And the bass guitar goes here. So no wires would be crossed. There we go, I hope. But yeah, I've been playing bass guitar for a long time. And sometimes I get envious of other musicians, but, you know, I play bass guitar, so... I play bass guitar, so it's like, whatever. You know? But yeah, yeah, like, you all have your games that you play a lot of. Like, me with Fallout, I've put in a lot of hours into Fallout 76. But yeah, like, it's interesting, at the very least, just hearing everybody playing a game that they're really addicted to, and they just go into it a lot. Um, like, I haven't had that much fun. Like, let me see. I've put thousands of hours into Twitch. Like, that's as much as I can go along with. Like, I've put in thousands of hours into Twitch. Like, none of my streams are under like an hour. They are never under an hour, and I actually know absolutely I've streamed for like 1,000 hours. Um, According to the achievements, but like, you know, I'm not ever. Here's the thing, I know I'm never going to be a partner on this platform because again, no one is going to look for a trans woman who's also black and bisexual who just does just chatting streams and just talks about anything. So I'm pretty sure there's like not a market on that. Um, maybe on YouTube. Maybe on YouTube. a black trans woman talking about music on YouTube, sign me the fuck up. And I'm almost at 300 subscribers. Unfortunately, I have not been uploading any videos in a long time because, again, dysphoria. I have ideas, I have scripts, I just need the confidence to get in front of a camera. Ah, I don't know if it was it Invisible Girl who made me make that? Was it Invisible Girl who actually made me make um that redemption? I'm pretty sure I can't confirm or deny, but there's a small chance that Invisible Girl was the person responsible for this. I'm gonna have to talk with her later on, but I'm gonna just say it. Fine. I, Kiara Strings, am a cute girl who likes to kiss all the pretty boys and all the amazing girls and all the kick-ass non-binary people, and I like to put pretty ribbons in my hair and have a skirt that goes spinny spin, and I like to smile, show off my smile whenever I can to show that I am Kiara Strings and I'm a cute girl. Glad to see that despite me not streaming for 6.5 months, I somehow know a lot. I thought those were pickles. I genuinely thought those were pickles, which, by the way, as a trans woman who is on estrogen, I strongly dislike pickles. I dislike pickles. Yeah, in fact, I dislike them more now than I ever did. But bread is okay. I absolutely love bread. Bread is fine. I know that bread, I actually had to use my cursor, but I like bread. I have 4 loaves of bread in the fridge. Mostly due to the fact that I'm obsessed with bread and butter. And I remember one time a few years ago when my aunt actually asked me what I wanted to eat, and I told her toast with butter, and she looked at me like I had a third head, and I was like, yeah, what's wrong with toast with only butter? It's like, don't you want peanut butter and jam? I'm like, nope, just toast with butter. So yeah, I was about a 70-year-old person in a teenage body. Pickles are great, but pickles are good. Also bread. I can't stand with pickles. Like, I used to like pickles, but now if I want something salty, I'll just go ahead and eat McDonald's fries because there's a lot of salt shaken in there. And I'm like, McDonald's fries, fine. I just cannot do pickles. I absolutely cannot do with pickles. I cannot deal with pickles. Not right now. Because I just can't. It's just not for me. Like, most trans girls I know like pickles, and they're completely dumbfounded whenever I say, I'm on estrogen, I do not like pickles. You know? Oh, by the way, before I forget to mention, I have a blood test in a couple of days. So, literally a few hours later after the stream, I get a phone call from my doctor. It's more of a Spyro thing. I get it, but still, I still haven't. There's nothing that can make me eat pickles. So I have to do a blood test later on. I have to do a blood test later on, in the week, and then not on Spyro. Oh, okay. You're not on Spyro? Because I'm on Spyro and I don't feel anything for pickles. Okay. I have to go to my doctor in Toronto. Yeah, I have to go to my doctor in Toronto for things. You know, I have to go get work done. We on Crip Row, no pickle cravings. Okay, that's fair. I don't have pickle cravings, and I'm on Spyro. So, question for anyone in chat, do you have printers at home? Just asking. Does anybody have printers at home? Because I just need to ask this because this is like really important. Speaking of which, like, because I'm pretty sure everybody has printers, as far as I know. Because all of us have computers, but I'm pretty sure all of us, because of that, we all have printers. Yeah, like, this is going somewhere. This is probably going somewhere. And the reason I'm asking is because, yeah, don't use. Well, I have to use a printer. Um, like, yeah, so I have to use a printer because every once in a while, the doctor that actually gives me Spyro, um, though I don't have a printer, nowhere to put one. Okay, okay, so not everyone has a printer. And even if they do, they don't use. But I need a printer because here's the thing. So every once in a while, the doctor in Toronto actually tells me to get some blood work done. So she actually downloads a sheet for me in order to get that blood work done. So that I could actually get the blood work, give it to them, and then just do that. Easy thing, right? So at my old house, we did have a printer, and I could print anything I wanted. But me and my boyfriend are arguing about the fact that I need a printer because I don't want to go to the library and print anything out for like even a few cents. It's like, why not just, why not just let's just get a printer with ink. Haven't had a reliable one in like 10 years. Okay, so it's just a thing, I guess. Um, they send via SMS here. Okay, then I get emailed. Okay, then I do get emailed about yeah, I do get emailed about it. So that's a woof. I need to get myself a brother when I get my own brother or a printer. Um but yeah, so my boyfriend and I are arguing backwards. I don't know anymore. Um so because of the blood work I have to do, I need a printer to print stuff out. So back at my old place, we had a printer, so I wouldn't have to go outside to go get anything printed. But now we have to, since my boyfriend doesn't want a printer, even though it would be much easier to just have a printer and not use it, but have it just in case. But my boyfriend is like, yeah, but every 6 months or so, it might be broken. It might get broken. And I'm like, but why not just get a printer? Why not just in case? Like, what happens if you need to print out something, which he has before, and I'd rather just print something here, but he says that printers break easily, and I'm like, I've had the same printer at home for like the past decade. Like, for the past decade, I'd had the same exact printer. And the only problem with it is that I don't really, I'm gonna be honest, for many times I don't know how to work it. That is the problem. But other than that, it works fine. With the occasional, I have to get it refilled, whether it's color or black and white ink. That's it. There's no outside problems. Like, yeah, barely use it, but it's cheap and it's there. And I don't want to go to the library to get it. I don't want to go to the library to get something printed and then go back outside. I would rather have it printed out immediately, like instantly. Like whenever I have to get blood paperwork done for the blood work, whenever my doctor would actually like give it to me, I'd immediately print it so I wouldn't have to worry. And then I would get the blood work done whenever I had a day off or whatever. Um, with that being said, I always had like that target or an instance or a time period to do it in. Because I don't want to take the bus, go to the library, and then go to the lab to get my blood work. I want to just take one bus straight there to get my blood work and then go back home. I don't want to take two buses. Because, yes, he can drive me, but still, I'd rather just, I'm one of those people who is used to taking the bus and reading. I get upset by how much things are hard for trans people elsewhere. I understand. That's understandable. I mean, hindsight, I mean, that's fair. I'm just getting worked up because, things aren't as I thought it would. Um, again, we're arguing about a printer. I don't have to go to any paid printing for services. I can just bust to my mom's to print out anything I need. Fortunately, that doesn't happen often. I don't print often, but it's nice to have a printer nearby, I'd rather just have a printer nearby, and considering that we have a lot of white paper, we could easily have printing out a lot, you know? But yeah, it's better to have it and just in case than actually not have one, and situations like this that we can actually you know that we could actually argue about it, you know but he said if the printer at the library doesn't work, we will get a printer for $100 or so. Can't print hormones. Printer is for when you actually need it, not for medical use. Well, you can't print hormones, but honestly, where's that? Where is it here? Yeah, I still need to print. I mean, unless I could send it. Unless I could send it through email or whatever. Because I always, have it. Yeah, I always, wait. Hold on a minute. I mean, maybe I could email it. Why does late night depression haunt me? I'm ready to sue. Sue that late night depression, Lucky the Fox. Thank you for coming in. I know late night depression hurts. It hurts a lot of us. But, sue. Absolutely sue. I'm your girl. And somebody gave you a paper cut, sue the person who gave you the paper cut. Actually, you know what? Sue the object that gave you the paper cut. But yeah, in terms of late night depression, we've all been there. I've cried myself to sleep. All docs can print stuff or send a Q code here to get everything you need. I don't have that, honestly. Yeah, all docs can print, but considering that she's in Toronto, yeah, maybe send a Q code, but I don't think they're there yet. Or hell, let me sue my sister because it's her fault. Tell me about it. Or if you can't, you can DM me. I'll be right here for at least, I don't know, another half hour because, again, this was supposed to be a night. I gotta stop. I really need to stop making the same references over and over again. I've been here for a week. But yeah, you could sue your sister. Sue your sister for causing depression. That seems frivolous, but, it could be fun. A frivolous lawsuit. You can call it the Jack Thompson defense. For anyone who doesn't know who Jack Thompson is, he is a lawyer, or was a lawyer, who said that all video games were bad. Surprisingly enough, he defended Mass Effect when Fox News said it was Debbie Does Dallas in video game form. Which goes to show you Fox News was never valid. But yeah, Jack Thompson was somebody who hated video games like a game like Bully because it talked about all because it was about being a bully in school, when in reality the game was about defending bullies, defending against bullies, you know? Um, but, when I talk about the Jack Thompson defense is when he actually had some sort of contest and he pretty much had a contest of making a video game that was proper. So somebody actually did make a video game, which was following his rules. And then he said that that doesn't count as a video game, and he wouldn't get the prize money or whatever. Hold on. You know what? Hold on. I'm actually not telling that right. TV tropes. Nope. His name is Jack Thompson. Okay, here we go. So, there was a game called I'm Okay. It was a freeware beat-em-up platformer created by Derek Yu in 2005 in response to Jack Thompson's A Modest Video Game Proposal, which was a letter in which he asked the Entertainment Software Association to create a video game involving the mass murder of video game industry employees. And then Thompson himself claimed that he would donate $10,000 to a charity of former chairman of Take-Two's Interactive chairmen, Paul Eberler, choosing if such a game were made. And hence a game called I'm Okay, which involved rampant cartoon over-the-top violence against video game industry customers, vendors, developers, and executives. In the course of several levels, the main character of the game, a distraught father named Oh-Saki Kim, OK for short, whose son perished in a video game-induced shooting, goes on an angry rampage to avenge his son's death. And, as a footnote, Thompson actually regained his promise despite the fact that the game absolutely is what he wanted, saying that the game had to be commercially published and sold. And then it was. Because, it absolutely was supposed to be sold. It was supposed to be sold, and then it was. And then he tried to sue Penny Arcade when they actually donate $10,000 in Thompson's name to the Entertainment Software Association Foundation charity. So, Thompson is just one of those moving the goalpost people, And, so Jack Thompson, because Jack Thompson didn't. Right-wingers only into allowing people to have weapons to commit real-world violence. But no, it's pretty much like all trans people are groomers. And they pretty much like, oh, god damn it, come on. But, we have the economy at stake, but what about, the bathroom situation? Which I want to talk to about Utah, for those of you who don't know. It's just that she hasn't seen me since I first turned 19 and always used her business as an excuse for not really being present in my life when she was the only person I could rely on and even hope would help me at some point. But now when she texts me only needs something like art or things for her to eat, I buy my own birthday dinners and gifts when she claimed it was her treat. Have you told her about this? Hold on. I understand she hasn't seen you since you were 19, but have you told her about this? And if she doesn't listen to you, that's on her. You could absolutely dismiss her. If you actually have a sister who you look up to who is not the big sister you hope for or somebody that you could rely on, just remember, family doesn't always end in blood. It could always end in fights, having spilt blood, but family doesn't always just end in blood. Family can also be a choice. Just because you have a family that is related to you by blood doesn't make them your family. So, if no, it's if talk to her about how you feeling. Okay, if talking never... Okay, have you talked to her? That's the thing. Have you talked to her about how you're feeling? Because Just because it's never talked to you doesn't mean that should not be the first thing you should do. You know? Um, okay, if you haven't talked to her, attempt to talk to her. Because there's absolutely no way, like, because there's nothing better than just sitting somebody down for the first time and just getting stuff that you don't like out there. You know? Like, don't let violence or ignoring somebody be the first thing just because of bad experiences. Like first of all, violence is not the answer unless they're a Nazi. Because I know what she's gonna say. Okay, here's the thing. I understand. I absolutely understand where you're coming from. I've been there. But the problem is if you do not talk, or at least attempt to, you are just going to fall out and you're never going to talk to her again, which is fine, which is absolutely fine. But at least make an attempt. You should be the one making an attempt. Extend an olive branch to her. You know? Don't just talk just because you would just assume. You know? At least make an attempt. And if she doesn't reach for that olive branch, don't talk to her. Talk to anybody else. Absolutely anybody else. Or, just don't talk to her again. And if she tries to reach out, just honestly tell her that you were the one who tried to reach out many times. But, you don't really need to be around self-centered people. Like seeing a proper assault rifle in a major city today was part of a police patrol, but no one had a gun apart from police. Was unsettling. No one in Australia owns this stuff. That is really disconcerting. That's why I just stay away from police. American gun laws are wrong. They absolutely are. I'm not even American. I'm from Canada, as far as you know, but I'm Canadian, as far as you know. But, I know gun laws are wrong, just like execution wrong. Sometimes executions are wrong. Just like some people just claim to use free speech, and whenever somebody challenges it, they're like, you're trying to take away my free speech. It's like, you could have free speech. You absolutely can. The problem is, you're just saying that some people are taking away your free speech just because somebody is challenging your words. You can't expect to have free speech, or so-called free speech, and just call it, or hate speech and call it free speech, and not exactly have challenges or have it challenged. That's how you end up being like a comedian who's 40 years out of date. Just because it was how it was back then does not mean that it's the same as right now. That's kind of the issue with some certain comedians nowadays. Can't have free speech, but yeah, exactly. Need consequences. You can't just go on Twitter, bully somebody for being in a Ghostbusters remake, and just say, it was a prank. I'm just a pranker. I was just pranking. And also the whole, if you're online, you actually have your face put on there. Therefore, you have to suck up the hate. Suck up the hate. And it's fine, there's some hate, but there's a difference between there is no difference between hatred and getting bullied. Because, a lot of us remember the whole controversy with Ghostbusters 2016 and how even the then President Donald Trump actually complained about it. It's like, why are you complaining about gender flip Ghostbusters? Don't you have a country to destroy for a term or so? But yeah, Leslie Jones ended up getting harassed because some guy named Milo Yiannopoulos, I don't know, I can't pronounce his name, but he ended up just leading harassment on Twitter, just calling her an ape and just calling her a guy, even though she's clearly a woman. She's clearly a woman, and she's absolutely funny. And then like a lot of the internet just went after her, but a lot of the internet came in her defense to the point to where the then head honcho of Twitter told Leslie Jones to contact him, and lo and behold, Milo ended up just getting his account suspended. And it's like, hey, this is free speech. I'm pranking. I'm absolutely doing a prank. Like, I'm a prankster. I'm supposed to. Pranking involves a small laugh or a big laugh, you know? Like, being a prankster is like farting or whatever. Like, it's supposed to be smart. It's supposed to be small, and some people might find it funny, but it's essentially harmless. Doing a prank is harmless to some people, and everybody can laugh. You know? As long as it's not hurting anybody. Saying that you are pranking somebody and yeah, saying that you're pranking somebody with hate speech and saying it's a prank, that is not a prank. That is just hate speech and you're using it as a prank. Therefore, Milo ended up getting suspended from Twitter and he's like, I want my account back. And no, you can't have it back. It's been what, 8 years? It's been 8 years, and this was 8 years ago, by the way. And you know, people have moved on to hating other things for no reason. Like Ghostbusters 2016 ended up being not great, but not because it was just a gender flip version of women. It's because nobody wanted a Ghostbusters movie at all. If the second one with the original cast wasn't good, then anything else isn't that great either. You could be so okay it's average, but the first one was pretty much like lightning in a bottle. But that doesn't mean you should attack, you should attack actors for doing a job. Like, remember when Jake Lloyd was in episode 1 of Star Wars? And so was Ahmed Best, both playing Anakin Skywalker as a child and Jar Jar Binks. And say what you will about the characterization, but they were just doing a job. And you harassing a kid just because he didn't do great acting, which, by the way, those prequels were directed by George Lucas, who is not a great writer or director. Let's just be 100%. Say what you will about Star Wars, but the best Star Wars actually have a combination of George Lucas's vision and other people's vision, because in the original trilogy George actually had people to say no to, and in the prequels it's like no, just filled with yes people, yes men. That's why like nobody in those movies in the prequels is great, because he's directing them like robots and he's like writing them like not people. Like, that was the issue with the prequels, in my opinion. They were not written or directed well. So the fact that people harassed a child because he wasn't good in a movie is bad. Hell, even like years later, as we all know, Ahmed Best said that he wanted to like self-delete because of the harassment he got for playing a character that was not written well. But that's not his fault. He did what he was told. He did what it was written. He did what he was directed. It was not his fault. And yet people harassed him. And people still harass women in Star Wars. Like Rey's actress and Rose's actress, they end up having to like delete their social media accounts because of the amount of harassment they end up getting. I'm sorry, I'm just like, when somebody says, I have a right to free speech, it does not make you have the right to be an asshole. It more that people are allowed to bear arms. We don't need people owning life-threatening weapons. Exactly. Then again, I'm not a big gun nut. I've even told my boyfriend we do not have guns in our house unless they're water guns or Nerf guns. I could go for a Nerf gun, actually, but that's beside the point. Like, yeah, we don't need people owning life-threatening weapons, because, like, who's to say that it's going to go into the wrong hands, Like, don't own a weapon. Like, yeah, like, don't own guns or life-threatening weapons, because again, it's gonna be crazy. It's already crazy right here. Um, you know, it's like, yeah, it's absolutely crazy and it's tiring. Oh, God. But Lucky the Fox, I'm sorry if I like. If you're still here, I don't know if like I gave you good advice. I'm not sure if I did. Because I'm not good at giving good advice. I'm not like anybody else. School shooting's weird to make. Yeah, exactly. It's like, um, so it's like, let me get this straight. You're obsessed with trans people going into the washrooms. But you don't say anything about school shootings. It's like, yeah, it's like, I mean, they're just, and it's like, yeah, I mean, I do have a revolver, and people have their own opinions. I meant in terms of like talking to your sister. Like, at least attempt to talk to your sister. Yes, you probably know what she has to. You're probably gonna know what she says or think she. My God. I did shoot my sister a text puns. Okay, that's fair. She has to be the one to. You extended that olive branch. She should be the one to extend it as well. If she doesn't reach for that olive branch, that's absolutely on her. You can absolutely cut her off. You know, because from what I understand, you are an absolutely nice person. You are an amazing person, from what I can tell. But burn it. Burn what? Burn the guns? I agree. But yeah, it's like, yeah, there's school shootings that are still going on, and it's like, yeah, but trans people are in washrooms. We can't have trans people in the washrooms. The olive branch. Nope. How about this? Do not burn the olive branch. Extend an olive branch to somebody else. Yeah, I'll touch my revolver. Okay, fine. Nobody should touch the revolver. Extend the olive branch to somebody else. Because that's the best moment. Like, that's the best kind of thing about olive branches. It doesn't always have to be extended to just one person. We had Port Arthur and conservatives revoke gun rights. I'm not sure if that's good or bad, but still, like, if like there are that's pretty much the issue about some things. Like, school shootings have been going on for about a long time, like longer, like older than Columbine. Like, I genuinely don't understand when people are like the 90s are the best decade, were the last best decade, and I'm like, okay, so the Gulf War, Kurt Cobain's suicide, Columbine massacre, you're telling me that is the last great decade, or are you just like, are you just like going into viewpoints? I consider it bad as a hunter standpoint. That's totally fair. Just remember, gun hunting and guns were gun. Okay, that's fair. I'm just like, I'm just surprised that some people are just like, think of the kids, think of the kids, think of the kids. And then there's a school shooting where kids die, and then there's nothing. There's nothing from the people who are like, think of the kids in terms of like, protecting them from groomers. It's like, we don't want our kids anywhere near LGBTQ people or whatever they're called. Just think of the kids constantly. And then when they get gunned down in school, it's like, nobody says a word. None of those people say a word. It's absolutely insane how hypocritical some people can be. But speaking of, here in the UK, we had one school shooting, Dublin. We tied a law so nobody can own handguns, and we haven't had one since. I can't believe even the UK is called Turf Island, and they actually have more of a bigger brain than the rest of the world. How is that possible? And at a civilian standpoint, I think it's bad because, come on, gun versus knight, I'm willing that. What about Nerf gun? Nerf gun versus actual gun. Hunting can live right next to hate. The people who actually own guns and think that it's like it's fine, it's never going to happen to me. It will. It absolutely will. UK late. Okay, then some countries actually predate the UK, but does War Turf Island because a tiny group of GCs got funding from America. And you know what? Speaking of GCs, I'm absolutely glad that they are just slowing down in terms of things because they always say you're going to regret transitioning in 1 year or 2 years. And then the people who actually just straight up say, who just get told that are just like, yeah, it's been a while. And then people like Glinner are just like, 2023 is the year that we win. And 2023 passed. 1998, all guns gone. Not here in America or North America. But does anybody know what's going on in Utah? And this is absolutely hilarious to some extent. So in Utah, apparently, and I heard about this yesterday. In Utah, they actually have a snitch hotline because the government in Utah is so afraid of trans people or men in dresses going in like women's washrooms that they actually came up with an idea, a hotline for snitching on trans people whenever they go to the washroom. And it was like, and despite the fact that it didn't work with any other country, it's like, but we're Utah. We can this whatever they did, they failed. This is ours, so it's gonna succeed. It backfired. It absolutely backfired. Because what happened in Utah? What happened when like the hotline ended up being a thing? So many prank calls. So many prank calls. Like, so many prank calls. Apparently, not even one legit complaint. There were so many complaints. There was, like, fake complaints. Like, prank-so. Like, there was one person who actually, like, ended up... What's the word I'm looking for? Ended up putting the entire B-movie script as a complaint. The entire screenplay of B-movie. And then there's just a prank. And then it was just like... And then the people who actually thought up this hotline are like, what did you think was going to happen? Like, what did you... If it didn't work for anybody else, what did you think was going to happen? So, like, even right now, the person who's in charge or is, like, listening to these complaints is like, I wasn't for this. It's like, yeah, of course. Okay, if you weren't for this, then why didn't you say anything? You have all these fake complaints. You should have said something. Like, this is what they're trying to avoid. Like, and apparently there's no actual complaints because what's going to happen? It's like, okay, so there's a legitimate complaint that a trans person is in a washroom. What's going to happen? Like, what's going to happen? It's going to be like, you're going to make a complaint, and by the time they're done using the washroom, they have already left. No, by the time you've finished complaining, they've already left. There's a good chance that you probably took a picture. There's a good chance that you did take a picture, but, you know, not everybody's going to look the same every day. What's going to happen? They're going to put wanted posters everywhere? That seems like a waste of freaking time. That absolutely seems like a waste of time at this point. So they didn't really think this whole thing through. You know, those people absolutely in Utah did not think anything through. Was twice Columbine and Ish was banned. And I like how the fact that nobody blamed the fact... Everybody kept blaming about video games and music, despite the fact that it was debunked. So yeah, some people just want to blame anybody but themselves. And speaking of Columbine, the shooters were also assholes. Apparently they were not good people either. You know? So there's even that. So we're even getting new information even later. And money printing paper is like 98 cents a page. Yeah, pretty much. It's like, so you're spending so much money just trying to keep trans people out when there's a legitimate loophole. And that's the thing. Nobody in Utah is for this. Nobody living in Utah is for this. even if they are, they're just like very far and few between. Like the legitimate complaints are like a needle in a haystack at this point. You know, but trans people. But what about gun laws? What about the economy? You're just thinking about like trans people being in the washrooms, and it's like, you know, never send me to Utah. Fun fact: I used to think that Utah was cool, not the place, but the name Utah. I thought Utah was a legitimately cool name of a country. No one does mass shootings outside of normal wars for good reasons. Yeah, that's because in wars they have people who are trained with guns. Wars are pretty much pointless. No, wars are pointless. I don't know why I actually was about to say anything else. Send me and my trans brothers and sisters, pack them up, and throw them to Utah for safety. Send me and my trans brothers and sisters, pack them up, and throw them in Utah for safety. I don't think Utah is the best place for anybody who is LGBTQIA. Utah is a state. Okay, it's a state. I keep forgetting. Sorry, I'm getting confused with Canada. But I thought Utah was a cool name for a country. I'm going to be honest. That's just me. When I was a kid, I thought Utah was actually like a cool name. I didn't know about the country, but then again, I also thought Portland was a cool name. But then again, that's just me. That absolutely is just me. As a kid. Just as a kid, and that's it. But seeing the state of people in Utah, Johnny Utah, seeing people in Utah absolutely have fun with like a law that requires you to snitch on trans people for using bathrooms. I genuinely think that's hilarious. It's like it's like go broke, go woke. We won't have this. And then they just make a law and it's like, oh, you didn't think this through, did you? My grandfather killed Japanese hardcore in World War II. Not the same thing. Wars in general are absolutely pointless, in my opinion. Utah, I listen. That is the worst pun I've ever heard. Utah, I listen. Is that a slogan for Utah? Utah, I listen. Oh, God. Bye-bye, I listen. Oh, for fuck's sake. My name is Johnny Utah. But yeah, I'm going to end it at 2 hours. Nope, but I made you laugh. Made me laugh. Huh, chat's not updating for me. War sucks, but some are unavoidable. It's not updating? Oh, crumbs. Wait, what do you mean it's not updating? Is it... Some are unavoidable, but some are not. Nothing past Utah is appearing for me. Really? I see everything is fine here. Bisected, but it is in the chat on the stream. I think you should refresh your page. I have to do it like a lot of times, but maybe refresh the page. Maybe that would work. I'm not sure, but maybe refresh the page. Usually that works. Yeah, that usually works for me. War sucks, but Twitch can be buggy. Absolutely, absolutely it could. It absolutely can. But the internet can be buggy. Like example, I actually had rolling blackouts for the past 2 days. Working or basically only should be waged on unavoidable. I hope so. Because so many people have died. And every time there's and most of the time whenever there's a war, It's pretty much like, what was it for? There we go. You see message again. Hooray! Welcome. Hi, messages. Or is it? Is it? Is it to my left? Is it to my? No, it's right here. I can do this. Hi, messages. How are you? I hope you're doing plenty well. I hope you're doing okay. Tell me. Tell me as you keep going up and up. I am not breaking the fourth wall. I am not medium blending. I am not poking the fourth wall. It's literally right here. The chat is on to my left on the screen, but the chat is really right here for everyone to see on screen, as opposed to the right. I don't know. You know what? I genuinely don't know at this point. We messaged his support care, who's very cool. That is a damn lie, and you know it. That is an absolute damn lie. Oh, look at that. It's been a minute past 2 hours. Sob. You know what? I genuinely do want to stream at night. I will do a stream at night one day. That's going to be quite difficult. How about if I just stream in the evening? Should I just stream tonight or later on tonight, like in the evening, like afternoon, like when my boyfriend goes to work? Because he's going to go to work in about 11 hours. Should I just do that and then stream again like tomorrow morning? Because I don't get to stream in the afternoons. I'm going to be honest. I never get to stream in the afternoons. It's always early in the morning or very late at night. I could probably do that. I want to see who's actually going to show up. Please do, because I can't keep staying up at 4 East. I mean, here's the thing, Lucky. You can, if you can't make it, you absolutely can watch the VODs. Watch the VODs. Up to you, sweetie. Yes, it's up to me. This is my stream for I Am Kiara. That's not necessarily a good thing, but you get what I'm saying. But yeah, maybe one day, I don't know, probably later today, I will stream in the afternoon from when my boyfriend leaves. F the VODs. Feck the VODs? Oh, come on. They help me. Like, I don't want to have sex with the VODs. Like, it takes what? It takes as long as the streams last. And I've had a lot of VODs. Mova. I don't like if you can't handle me on my live feed, you can't handle me on my VODs. But yes, I probably will stream in the afternoon. And if I don't, I'll probably see most of you in the morning. Ute in the morning, you all in the morning. Most of you. I don't know. I don't want to have sex either. That's totally fine. You know, there are people here and people I know who are asexual or aces. I am pansexual. I think. I'm not sure. I'm bisexual. It sounds like a nightmare. That's my favorite. Whoops. That is probably my favorite pony from My Little Pony. You said nightmare, so I'm gonna assume you're talking about Princess Luna. Just gonna get the dice here. Twitch streamer, I'm avoiding work and I only need your strongest VODs. Dance, you fools, dance! You just made me spit my drink. How? Why would I make you spit your drink? You know? I'm avoiding work. Here's the thing. I have a lot of VODs here on this channel. You know why? Like, I streamed every day in the month of June. I'm going to stream every day for this month. And it's going to be VODs. I'm going to save my VODs up here. You know? Like, I have probably, like, a lot of VODs. You know? Just think of it as a podcast or something. You dropped the dice and I spat my tea. I'm sorry. I thought it was I thought you were laughing at my I thought you were laughing at the fact that I made a Nightmare My Little Pony joke. But nobody gets the Princess Luna reference. Nobody. Yes, yes, I used to be a brony back before I transitioned. Before I transitioned. Yeah, before I transitioned, I used to be a brony. I used to watch My Little Pony. I used to have all the main six plushies and Princess Celestia and Luna. I still have a shirt of Sweetie Belle, Rarity's little sister. Yes, because I'm not a brony. I'm not a brony either. I'm not. As you can clearly see, I'm not a girl. I'm not a guy anymore. Motherfucker, I'm not a guy anymore. As you can clearly see. And I moved on from My Little Pony before season 6. And I'm not judging. I'm not judging either. I don't even know how I got to My Little Pony. It just sort of happened. You know, just like me coming out as a trans woman, I don't know what happened. I don't know how it happened in the exact moment. All I know is that My Little Pony may have broken my egg. Wait. Okay, I think I realized that My Little Pony has got me. But I do have a small gripe against a certain community, even as a furry. Are you talking about the bronies? Or are you talking about the Trekkies? Because some Trekkies can be furries. I should know. But yeah, I don't judge anybody who is a furry. Absolutely not. But I think no, bronies are cute. They are. Some of them are. Um, but I can tell you, I was not a good-looking brony. I can absolutely tell you that. Um, yeah, I can absolutely tell you, I'm not a good-looking. I was not a good-looking brony. As you can see right here, I am not. I was not a good-looking brony even back then. You're talking about pup. Okay, never mind. I don't know what pups are, but I'm gonna assume that there's a rivalry between you. I'm gonna assume there's a rivalry between the furry community and the pup community. So I'm gonna assume that it's pretty much like Metallica fans and Megadeth fans, where it gets heated, but there's a small community where they like each other. So I'm if I say any more, I'm gonna be sued again. And since they seem to whittle their way into the furry subculture, and me personally, I cringe. Okay, okay, okay. I see where this is going. Hold on a minute. I need a stretch. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Okay, 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 okay. I'm gonna be serious here. Like, this is genuine, legitimately serious. I'm being genuinely serious. Um, I get it. I've seen it happen not where you are, but in music. You know? I absolutely get it. And I know some people who are in a subculture see other people come in and they cringe. You know? I I genuinely get it. I've been there. Um like there is music genres that people dismiss because they're so-called not metal, and that actually pushes them away for another subculture, and some cultures absolutely don't like each other because one of them pushes the other away, and then that rivalry continues to some extent. So I get you cringing, but just remember that there are people in the that like here's the thing. There are people who were part of the furry subculture even when they were new who actually got cringy looks. Just like I understand where you're coming from, but yes, you can say that those people make you cringe, but there is going to be a like every subculture is like this. It's pretty much gatekeeping, you know? And okay, that's pretty much what I expected. Okay, that's pretty much how it is. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Yes, there are people out there who think that like the community or subculture is odd. But unless they're hurting anybody, maybe stand up for them. I mean, I know, here's the thing. I know they make you cringe. I absolutely know. But here it's just like this is a new thing. Maybe go easy on them, because if they are absolutely a new thing, like the pup subculture, maybe take it easy on them. I don't know if this is a new thing, but if it is new, let them write it out. You know, just let them write it out and let them actually grow as a community. You know, absolutely let them grow. Hell, some of them might actually become part of the furry subculture. You know, because if you do absolutely shame them for absolutely doing something, you know, something new, it isn't, and I'm not the only furry who thinks this. That's still, I understand. But there are some furries out there who absolutely make it worse for others, you know? There's always a rotten bunch of people in every subculture. That does not mean that everybody is like that. And okay, it is not new. This subculture is not new. I will give you that because I personally don't know. Just know that, you know, not everybody is going to be there for other people. Some people are going to be alone. But they have their own subculture. And, you know, here's the thing. Just let them write it out, you know? Just absolutely write it out. Let them write it out. Because who knows, they could absolutely grow out of it, or they can be a furry. And everybody starts somewhere and they're cringy. Everybody. Like, you're gonna actually have some cringy new people in the furry community. Like, absolutely. Like, I guarantee you, when the furry community actually has new members, they actually didn't know what they were doing and just assumed that's what they were supposed to do. But then they grew into it. That's pretty much how I'm thinking about the pup community. It's, you know, I'm thinking about that. You know, some of them, like, who knows, like maybe in a year or so or like a few years, they'll actually start to be a little bit more different and a little bit more tolerable to you. Just know that, yes, you can personally cringe, but every person in every subculture has their cringy moments. Like, again, when I started, here's the thing. For me, when I started listening to rock music, I was pretty much like, not because I was black, but because I tried so hard to actually get into certain bands instead of just having it happen naturally. Like, you know, I was a cringy person, and, you know, it didn't help about my skin color, maybe not, but still. I ended up growing up. I actually now have people ask me what music I should listen to. And here's the type of music I listen to. Like, nobody knows this album. Nobody in chat knows about this band, unless you're into prog rock. I should probably, yeah, after this stream, I should probably, like, listen to this. But still, like, you can say cringe all you want. Everybody has been cringeworthy at least a part of their lives. Nobody is 100% like perfect. Like you know whenever like you have that you wake up and you remember what stupid thing you said like 10 to 20 years ago. Everybody has that. Nobody is exempt from cringe. Not even Obama. Like nobody. No matter how smart, how talented you are, everybody has had a period of cringe. What they said, what they did, how they dressed. Everybody has had to look back at one period and cringe. I have read a journal. Here, hold on, I'll show everybody. You see this right here? This is the journal I wrote when I was a kid to up until I was in college. And I read this whole thing a few months ago. And I could easily say that I was cringy in my first 2 years. I was psychotic in my first 2 years writing this. It was awful. Like, I'm surprised I'm alive, let alone semi-sane. You know? Like, this is yes, I still have the same journal and the box it came from when I was a kid. Like, seriously. I'm surprised I still have it. And I keep it in the corner there as a reminder of what I genuinely don't know. I just put it in the corner right between our bedroom and the bathroom. And, you know, it looks cool. I'm just surprised I still have it. I wrote this entire book. Like, see, look, everything I wrote in all the pages. Like, see, there is a lot of cringe here. Like, there is a lot of cringe here. A lot. Let's just put it out there. So, yes, you can judge, but judging because they're different, I don't know. I've been there. But don't let it just cover you as an entire person, you know? I'm going to put this back. I cannot believe I actually had a serious conversation about furries. But I'm genuinely serious about that. Like, that goes for pretty much a lot of people. That's application for everybody here. You know? I'm pretty sure I lost a lot of you when I actually talked about it, but, you know? Yeah, I've lost a fair share of you at this point, haven't I? But, yeah, I was supposed to end the stream at 2 hours, and, you know, I'll just end the stream soon. Soon. You know? Like, probably gonna be done in a minute because I want to do stuff and things. But everybody, thank you all for coming to whatever this is. I hopefully will be back in the afternoon. Maybe in the afternoon. If I don't come back, I'll probably be back tomorrow morning as usual. We're gonna raid somebody who I haven't raided in a while. Yeah, we're gonna raid somebody who I haven't raided in a while, but I will be back eventually. Eventually, I'll be back. Oh God, I love the fact that I actually want to raid somebody and then they absolutely have ads. God, come on. Wait, you have ads now? The moment I want to raid this person, I have ads now. Okay. There's 6 ads back to back. Oh my God. So. Alright, well, I'm gonna have to raid anyways. So everybody, thank you all for coming. I will be back here either in the afternoon or probably tomorrow morning. But until then, I'm Kiara Strings. I am a trans woman, and this is the early stream. Thank you, and have a good one.